It's a beautiful day for Saugerties Stallions baseball here on this Tuesday night in Amsterdam, New York, as Saugerties Stallions take on the Amsterdam Mohawks in a battle between the top two teams in the East Division. Hello, everyone. Welcome inside our Ulster Savings traveling broadcast booth. I'm Logan Brandis, alongside my broadcast partner in Kyle McMullen. And Kyle, last time these two teams played, a very controversial tie, but they are coming off a win, the Stallions are, against Albany on the road their last time out.
That's right. The Stallion Bats came alive in both contests that you mentioned. Namely, in that game against Albany, saw some big hits from guys like Evan Goforth, his second home run in this week, as well as leadoff man Max Codier going 5 for 5 with 3 doubles to his name. A lot of really strong hitting. These Stallions are getting their stride offensively and from a pitching standpoint at the best time of the year, with the playoffs just right around the corner.
Yeah, we talked about it. Amsterdam won in the Eastern Conference. Stallions number 2 in the standings, so a very big game for both sides. Maybe a potential playoff preview at some point down the road in the playoffs.
Really looking forward to it. Stallions currently in that second spot, going to be holding on to it for dear life these next few days. It's going to come down to who has a better week between the Stallions and Mohawk Valley. It's going to be down to the wire. Very exciting baseball ahead of us tonight, especially going to be a really good game.
The Stallions coming into this one with a lot of rest. The past 2 days they've had off, one of them being a cancellation in a game they're supposed to play against Glens Falls, but now back on the field today for the final time on the road.
Final time on the road this year. This season, I don't know about you, but has gone by in the blink of an eye. This team has been so fun to watch all year. You've seen a lot of guys steadily improve throughout the year. Brought up him a second ago, but Evan Goforth defensively has been a completely different guy. Personally, the way that he's just playing baseball, he looks a lot more comfortable in that shortstop role where he's had little time at the college level at Ryan Parker, a guy coming out of the bullpen. We've seen him progress a lot. Mason Speaker, who's turning more and more into that two-way guy that TCU wants him to become. He has been absolutely electric to see as well.
You talk about Mason Speaker. Let's switch our attention onto the field and see how many times this Stallion lineup can touch first base today. The Stallion lineup brought to you by Amatech, the supplier to military and aerospace. Max Codier, like he has all season long since he's come up here, he'll be hitting leadoff. At that leadoff spot, Evan Goforth and Brandon Fish going to be following up at 2 and 3 like they have the past couple of games. Garrison Berkeley providing a lot of power on that cleanup spot as of late. Had a home run a couple days ago from that spot. Then Garrett Michelle and Jake Skrine at 5 and 6 respectively. Easton Bertrand going to be hitting number 7. Had a home run a couple days ago against Boonville. J.P. Ty had hit the last game off against Albany. He's back in the lineup today. Kip Futures hit a home run last time the Stallions were here in Amsterdam. He'll be hitting number 9, followed by Jelani Rogers, who played at second base his last time out against Amsterdam, and now back in the outfield for today's game.
Really looking forward to see Jelani back in the outfield. Played a really great second base his last time out here. He's in that bottom of the order spot. Keep in mind, he's one of the Stallions' best hitters. He's got 9 multi-hit games on the year, Logan. 3 of them 3-hit games as well. Brian Booley on the mound for the Stallions. Really, really exciting stuff.
And the warm-ups haven't even started from today's starting pitcher for Amsterdam. A lot of pregame festivities taking place for the Amsterdam Mohawks. Have fireman night, have intern appreciation night as well. So still a lot of first pitches to come as the Amsterdam fielding alignment gets set to get underway here.
Max Codier in that leadoff spot tonight. Really looking forward to seeing what he does. We mentioned it a moment ago, coming off a very, very hot game against Albany with those 5 hits. This Stallion offense is looking really, really good. They're firing on all cylinders. You have guys producing from top to bottom throughout the lineup. Brandon Fish consistent throughout the year in that 3-hole. You have Jake Skrine, who's been yes and no at times, but he really is one of the more consistent bats as well.
Offense coming alive at the perfect time if you're a Stallion fan. The power as well for the Stallion offense, and that started here in Amsterdam with Kip Futures' home run as well as Mason Speaker's near home run in that same game. Now we're finally about to get set here from Amsterdam as the Stallions get set to take on the Mohawks for the final time this year. Amsterdam starting pitcher going to be Hagen Banks, coming over from Alabama, and he made his last appearance, Kyle, against these Stallions.
Yeah, he threw 3 innings against these Stallions back on the 19th. No runs allowed, no hits. 6 strikeouts to his name. He is very dominant, 2-0 with a .81 ERA to his name. 6'4" freshman out of Plainville, Georgia. These Stallion hitters, in order to get into this bullpen early, they're going to need to jump on some pitches early in the at-bat and really force him to kind of work around and work the counts in his own favor. That is in Banks. That's easier said than done. These Stallion hitters have a lot to show. They've been hitting very well as of late. Going to be very exciting tonight.
Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Bob Garrick Septic. Honest, dependable, reliable. If you need it pumped out, call Bob. And by Diamond Mills, world-class amenities and refined luxury. Just about ready to go here from Amsterdam. Max Codier heading up to the batter's box to lead things off for the Stallion offense. We talked about Codier's last game, 5 hits, the most the Stallion has had in any game this year. It's on a 4-game hitting streak, Kyle.
4-game hitting streak. During that streak, Logan, he's 9 of 17 with those 3 doubles, 5 runs, only 1 RBI, but he is always in that leadoff role, so not typically an opportunity.
First pitch from Banks, and Cody going to foul that one off. We're underway.
Not typically an opportunity to drive in runs out of that 1 hole, but also to note in those 4 games, not a single strikeout to his name, doing a lot to put the ball in play and finding a way on base.
Of those 4 games, 3 against Albany. The 0-1 going to be cut on, foul back to the backstop. Codier quickly down 0-2. Yeah, Codier's last strikeout came in the last game he was healthy before his little injury, his back injury, on July 12th.
Looks to be pretty healthy to me so far in these last few games.
Banks delivers the 0-2. That's going to be looked at high on the breaking ball from Hagen.
Great take right there from Codier. He jumped on the first 2 pitches of the at-bat and fastballs. That one looked like a changeup in the upper part of the zone to me.
1-2 on the way to Codier. He's going to be cut on, hit out towards left field, and that drops in for a base hit. So following his 5-hit game, Codier leads things off here in Amsterdam with a single.
Now, if my math serves me right, Logan, that is now 6 for his last 6.
I think you're exactly right there, Kyle. And now that'll bring up Evan Goforth. And Goforth's power stroke has been alive in these past couple games. Had a home run last time out against the Albany Dutchman, part of a 2-hit game for him. Codier on at first, nobody out. First pitch coming from Banks. That breaking ball going to get in there for a strike right down the middle.
First pitch breaking ball. Goforth doing a really good job of not even offering at it, knowing that that's a ground ball pitch and he wants nothing to do with it.
Goforth behind early in the count 0-1. He checks Codier. Codier getting a late break, and now that'll force Banks to go back, and there's the balk. Hagen Banks stepped off the pitcher's mound, and Codier now in scoring position.
That was very, very much some gamesmanship right there from Codier. He had a pretty solid time up, he thought, started going towards second. Infield starts screaming at the pitcher, and Banks to step off. Heard it too late, starts his stride at home, stopped halfway, balk.
Now Codier in scoring position for Goforth. 0-1 coming, that's going to be taken low in the dirt. Codier been a big threat in the base pass these past couple of games. 3 stolen bases his last 3 games.
Been absolutely electric. We talked about it earlier before the game started. We wish that Codier would have been here all season long, just how much fun it is to watch him play baseball.
Count even at 1 and Evan Goforth. Banks delivers, and that's being grounded right towards the middle of the infield, and that gets by for a base hit. Codier rounds third. He's going to be held up there. Back-to-back singles to lead off the game for your Saugerties Stallions.
Great at-bat from Evan Goforth right there, waiting for the mistake pitch, and it was a fastball in the lower part of the strike zone. Caught way too much of the plate. Goforth did a great job of hitting it straight back up the middle. Now Stallions at the corners and nobody out.
It's exactly what you want to see if you're a Stallion fan, and now Brandon Fish coming up with two men on at the corners. Fish had his long hitting streak come to an end back on July 22nd against Albany, but picked up 2 hits and 2 RBIs last time out on the road against Albany. Banks checking on Codier at third. First pitch coming to the All-Star, and Fish pops that one up. Left side of the infield, ranging foul. Coker ranging for it, and he'll make the grab right in the Stallion dugout.
That's a swing that Brandon Fish is immediately going to wish he had back. Very unfortunate. First pitch swing. That's a big out for these Mohawks to get right there.
1 pitch, 1 out for Amsterdam, and there's still 1 out for Garrison Berkeley. Berkeley had a home run 4 days ago against the Albany Dutchman. Was their only run in that game. Went 0 for 3 with 2 walks in the last game on the road. First pitch on the way to Berkeley. Lets that one go right down the middle. Fastball for a strike.
Berkeley lost that 8-game hitting streak that he was riding against Albany last time out, but he did manage to reach base safely twice with 2 walks, and he later scored a run. That OBP still sitting just below 400 at 397.
He's found himself locked into that 4 spot in the lineup these past couple of days. 0-1 coming to him. He's to be taken low.
Good take right there. Back-to-back fastballs from Banks in the at-bat. Both of them on the lower part of the strike zone. So you imagine that's exactly the approach that Banks is looking for against the dangerous Garrison Berkeley.
Count even on the TCU outfielder. The 1-1, Goforth on the move. That's lined out towards right field, and that drops in front of Gardner for a base hit. Codier's going to come on home. It's an RBI single for Garrison Berkeley, and it's the Stallions with an early lead.
Beautiful piece of hitting right there from Garrison Berkeley. Not even sure if that was a true hit and run right there. Goforth might have just had a great jump on the pitch. Regardless, Berkeley able to shorten the swing, deliver a nice line drive to the opposite field, scoring the Stallions' first run of this one.
Goforth was on the move, but he stopped at second on that one, and now Garrett Michelle coming in. Runners at first and second with 1 out. First pitch he'll see from Banks is a breaking ball that finds the inner part of the zone. Michelle has 1 hit in each of the past Albany games, had 2 RBIs in the July 23rd matchup. Goforth at second, Berkeley on at first, still just 1 out. 0-1 coming to the lefty. Breaking ball finds the outer part of the zone.
It's a good curveball right there to get himself way ahead in the count. Garrett Michelle currently riding that 7-game hitting streak. He's got 8 multi-hit games on the year. Keep in mind, folks, still has yet to touch a college campus.
Has a home run in one of those 7 games. They'll check back at second. That almost sends Love into the outfield, but he's able to dive and keep that one from going there.
Stallions would have loved that for sure. Little bit of miscommunication there with Love not even thinking that Banks would throw behind the runner in Goforth.
Goforth also a speedy runner on the base paths. He's got a big lead out at second. No one holding on to Berkeley at first. 0-2 on the way to Michelle. He's going to line that one foul just in the top part of the netting.
You said it, Logan. Goforth has 12 stolen bases to his name on the year. With 1 out in the inning, got to wonder if there will be a double steal at some point. 2 strikes in the count. I doubt it. It seems too late in the at-bat at this point to Michelle.
Stalling's been aggressive early on the base paths. Pitch coming into Michelle. That's going to get in there for strike 3. That'll catch the inner part of the zone, and it's out number 2 in the top of the first.
Tough pitch right there for Michelle to face. That was a fastball just below the hands. Looked like it might have caught the inside part of the strike zone. Regardless, must have been a great location from Banks.
Still 2 runners on for Jake Skrine, playing first base in this one for the Stallions. He had 1 hit and 2 stolen bases last time out against Albany. Infield playing back for Amsterdam. Gage Miller holding Goforth on the throw, goes there, and Goforth gets in safely.
A lot of groans from this home crowd, but that one not even close. Berkeley doing a nice job. Goforth doing a great job of getting back in there safely.
Stallions already with 3 hits, all of them singles in this first inning. They lead 1-0 early on in the Amsterdam Mohawks. Another throw back to second. Goforth is able to get in safely yet again.
Banks gonna have to focus on the hitter and Skrine. If he keeps his focus on these base runners, Skrine, a 300 hitter, is gonna do some damage. He's got 20 RBIs to his name and 11 doubles.
Been heating up in the month of July. First pitch on the way to Skrine. It's gonna be taken low, and that's dropped by the catcher, Black, but right in front of him.
11 doubles and a home run to his credit. Jake Skrine is certainly somebody that Banks is gonna need to keep his attention towards. Graduate transfer, currently in the portal as well. Looking for a new home this fall, the corner infielder.
Played his last 4 seasons at Indiana University in the Big Ten. It's ahead 0-1. Banks delivers. Breaking ball catches the outside part of the zone.
A 1-0 breaking ball. Good location from that. Very confident pitch right there from Banks. Could have found himself in some danger if that one would have missed. A 2-0 count to a guy like Jake Scrine is not what you want with a runner in scoring position.
Counts now even on Scrine. Banks fires. Scrine going to pop that one foul out towards the right side of the infield. Bush ranging for it, but that'll get out of play.
It's got new life there. Did a nice job of just defending that one off. So now with 2 strikes, you imagine Scrine's just going to shorten up. Banks very confident in those breaking balls. This is a great spot to see another one. You got to wonder what's he going to do. So far we've seen that 12-6 curveball. Looks like a circle change to me, and of course the fastball.
Scrine with hits in 2 of these Amsterdam games between these two sides. No multi-hit games in either one. Banks delivers. Scrine going to pop that one. Fair territory, shallow right field. Gardner coming in, and he'll make the grab. So it's just 1 run for the Saugerties Stallions on top of the first, but they hold that 1-0 lead over the Amsterdam Mohawks. Don't go anywhere. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Dwyer Contracting. High quality craftsmanship and a family owned business. Efros Orthodontics, the smile provider for your Saugerties Stallions. And by Emerson Spa, a hidden treasure in the Catskills. Let's take a look at the Stallions fielding alignment for today, brought to you by Necrado Insurance. Over 50 years, 50 carriers, they've got you covered. JP Ty doing the catching for the Stallions today. Brandon Fish in his normal third base spot. Max Codier also on the left side of the infield. Evan Goforth on at second, and Jake Scrine at first. And looking at your outfield for the Stallions today, it'll be Garrison Berkeley out in left, Easton Bertrand in center, Jelani Rogers out in right field, and starting for your Saugerties Stallions on the mound will be Brian Booley.
Last time we saw Booley was back on July 20th against Boonville, part of that doubleheader. Stallions won that one 11-1. Booley did get the win in 3 innings pitched, allowed 1 run unearned, 2 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. He's currently sitting on a 3.45 ERA, a 2-2 record. This will be his 9th appearance, 8th start. In 28 2/3 innings pitched, 36 strikeouts. Done very well, 7 strikeouts in each of his last 3 games as well.
Each of those 2 losses coming against this Amsterdam Mohawks team. This will be his 4th appearance against the Mohawks. His last time against them was back on July 7th when 5 innings allowed 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Arguably his best appearance against the Mohawks, and it came right here in Amsterdam.
Really looking forward to seeing what the right-hander has in store for us out of FAU. Definitely one of the Stallions' more premier arms out of that starting rotation. Very excited to see what he's got in store for us.
At first, it'll be Gage Miller to lead things off against Brian Booley. Miller playing is at the second base spot for Amsterdam in this one.
Got to keep an eye on Miller. He's a .411 hitter, highest average.
First pitch from Booley today will be lined out towards right, and that gets into the gap for a base hit. Miller's going to round third. He's on his way to second. Berkeley picks it up. The throw will go to second. It's cut off. It's a leadoff double, first pitch double for Gage Miller.
Miller just sitting dead. Fastball got one up in the zone. He's able to elevate his hands and rip that one up the left field line. So right away, Amsterdam getting themselves a runner in scoring position. Nobody out.
Now Cameron Love coming up for Amsterdam. Love, another middle infield guy playing shortstop. Coming over from Rutgers University. Gonna hit already with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Bully checks Miller, Goforth loosely holding him, and Love trying to bunt, but that pitch goes wide right, foul.
Showed bunt very late there, definitely trying to get on with a hit. That one looked like a line drive into shallow right field if it would have gotten into fair territory. Very, very late square there.
See if Love has the sign to lay one down yet again with the heart of the Amsterdam lineup making its way up. Fish now playing in the infield grass. Bully fires the 0-1. No bunt, but it will be fouled over the grandstands.
Nice job from Bully coming right after Love after he showed bunt the first time, throwing a fastball right there, challenging him with something in the strike zone, not giving him an opportunity to get a base hit in a cheaper way.
Bully has Love in an 0-2 hole early on, looking for his first out of the afternoon. 0-2 from Bully. It's going to be chopped at and grounded out towards the right side of the infield. Bully can underhand that one to first, and there's your first out. Gage Miller makes his way over to third.
Good 0-2 pitch from Bully. It was a breaking ball in the outer part of the strike zone. Unfortunate for the Stallions, Love had a productive out there, moving the runner up 90 feet into third base.
And that's what the kids could call a swinging bunt. Had the same effect as one. Now Brett Coker coming up. Very righty-heavy Amsterdam lineup. Third righty that Bully's had to face already. Amsterdam already has a tying run on at third. First pitch on the way to Coker. He lines that one out towards short. Kodier coming in. Throw on to first. Will be high, but Scrawny right there for the tag. And there's your second out, but this game's tied up at 1.
A couple of very productive outs for the Mohawks to knock this one back up. Now it's tied up at 1. Kodier did a nice job of just fielding his position. Jake Strine did an even better job of coming off the bag, landing on his feet, and tagging the runner in. Coker out for out number 2.
So now no one on for Zach Gardner, the Marshall product, sitting cleanup in this one. First pitch coming to the lefties well outside.
As you said, very heavy right-handed dominant lineup. This will be one of, I believe, 2 lefties that we will see.
The 1-0 is to be swung on and missed. A high fastball, which Gardner was able to get a piece of. Went back into the glove of Ty. Infield shaded right for the Stallions. Kodier right behind that second base bag. 1-1 from Bully. Inside for a strike.
Nice pitch right there from Bully. You mentioned the infield shifting, and the one thing you want to do is keep things inside to force him to pull it.
Bully fires the 1-2, swung on, and that gets by Ty for strike 3. The throw on to first will be in time for out number 3. There's the first strikeout of the day for Brian Bully, and that ends the first inning. Amsterdam able to get a run off a leadoff double from Gage Miller, and it's a 1-1 game after 1. Don't go anywhere. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by iMedView Incorporated, independent medical review, world-class results, and local connections. And by IXL Health and Fitness Club, keeping the Stallions fit all season long. Blank slate here in Amsterdam as both sides are able to trade a run off in that first inning, and now it'll be 7-8-9 coming up in the Stallion lineup. They got 3 hits in the first inning, looking for more here in the second.
Bottom of the order due up for the Stallions. 1-1 already, so the runs could be coming aplenty here in Amsterdam tonight.
It'll be Easton Bertrand to lead things off for the Saugerties Stallions. First pitch coming to Easton to be lined and fouled right in our direction, but hits the netting. Easton Bertrand came in relief his last game against the Albany Dutchman as an extra hitter, went 1 for 2 in his limited action. The 0-1 can be lined, flied out towards center field. GM Marusti ranging in, and he'll make the grab for a quick out number 1. So a quick out here for Hagen Banks. And now JP Ty coming up. Ty had the game off in Albany, started against the Dutchman in Gantine Field, went 0 for 3 in that one. First pitch coming to the catchers and he looked at, breaking ball goes low.
Banks loves going to that breaking ball early in these Stallion at-bats with nobody on. I don't blame him. He's, again, got all the confidence in the world with it.
Banks fires the 1-0. Breaking ball finds his zone this time around in the upper third.
That one looked like that changeup again from Banks, so back-to-back off speed.
Banks working quickly. The 1-1 going to be fouled over the netting, and that'll be lined into play, or into the stands, rather.
Almost took somebody's head off here. That wouldn't happen at Canton. We've got some netting that goes over people's heads right behind home plate.
You are correct, Kyle. Tie down at the count 1-2. Banks delivers. That's be line right towards the middle of the infield. Love ranging towards it from the outfield. The throw will be in time.
That was just a very unlucky roll up the pitcher's mound. Ramped up there, gave Love an opportunity to be able to field that one and get the not-so-fleet-footed catcher in JP Ty. Tough break.
Now, man, has already flexed his muscles here against the Amsterdam Mohawks in Kip Fugers. Had his first and only home run back on July 19th against these Mohawks, part of a 3 RBI game from him. First pitch he'll see is going to be a breaking ball right on the inside.
That was part of the controversial back-to-back home run moment with Speaker batting right after.
The 0-1 to Kip's and to find the dirt for a ball. Fugers also had that at Albany game off. He went 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout his last start in the 22nd. Fugers going to line that one foul out towards right. That gets out of play.
Kip, the 246 hitter, as you mentioned, 0 for 2 in his last game, but 2 for 2 in that 22-8 win against Boonville with an RBI and 2 walks.
1-2 from Banks is going to be a called strike 3 in the upper part of the zone. And just like that, it's a 1-2-3 inning for Hagen Banks and the Amsterdam Mohawks. We're through 1.5 here at Amsterdam. It's a 1-1 game between 1 and 2 in the division. Don't go anywhere. More to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by J. Mullen & Sons Construction, Hudson Valley's trusted contractor for over 25 years. And by the Jolly Cow. The Jolly Cow on Lake Katrine, because everybody loves ice cream. Brian Booley back out for inning number 2. Worked around a leadoff double his last time around as Amsterdam was able to get a run back in the first. And Booley going to be facing 5, 6, and 7 in that Mohawks lineup, Kyle.
Banks made some pretty quick work of the Stallions in that top of the second frame. Looked like he pitched a little angry with a .81 ERA going into this one, allowing a run immediately. I'd be a little angry too. Hopefully Booley is just as fired up and into this one as he is.
Booley ended the first inning with a strikeout on Zach Gardner. Now Cade Bush coming up. Bush playing first base in this matchup. First pitch he'll see from Booley is going to miss the zone low. Bush, a .286 hitter so far this year, 2 home runs and 22 RBIs. 1-0 from Booley. Swung on and missed for strike one.
Good off speed right there from Booley. Caught Cade Bush sitting on a fastball, way off balance swing there from the freshman out of FSU.
Bush well ahead of that pitch from Booley. Count even, the 1-1. That's lined out towards right center, and that gets in for a base hit. Rogers cutting that one off. That'll hold Bush at first, but it's another leadoff hit for the Mohawks lineup.
As you said, Logan, back-to-back innings with leadoff runners for the Mohawks. Luckily, this one, Bush able to get stopped at first base, so a double play still in order. Not very much speed out of the first baseman and Bush as well.
Double play is in order for Briggs Rudder, still a relatively new name to this Amsterdam lineup. Stallions played him once last time they were here. First pitch coming to the DH. It's going to be swung on and missed for strike one on a pitch outside.
Great off speed there from Booley, getting Rudder very out in front. As you mentioned, we've seen him once. He went 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI.
Booley ahead early on Rudder. Checks the runner in Cade Bush. 0-1. It's going to be grounded out towards third. Fish trying to keep that one fair. He does. The throw on to first is in time. No double play in order, but Fish able to get one on that one as Bush goes up to second.
That's a great job right there from Fish, getting around the baseball, having to compete with that ball, potentially bouncing A in fair or foul territory, and B right off that third base bag. Fish, nice job of fielding that one on a short hop and getting the sure out at first.
That'll be the Maryland product, and Ian Petrutz. Petrutz, the left fielder, hitting .302 heading into this game. First pitch he'll see from Booley's be fouled or flied out towards foul territory and left.
Petrutz has 3 home runs to his name. Had one back against us on the 19th, going 1 for 4 with just that solo blast.
Hit very well against the Saugerties Stallions so far this year. You mentioned that home run. Sitting .500 against Brian Booley so far this season. The FAU product has him ahead 0-1. Booley going to step off and check the runner. Bush doesn't possess too much speed, the first baseman, on at second. Back ready to get underway here. Booley still trying to find his side from Ty. The 0-1 on the way. And Petrutz has to get out of the way of that one. That one inside.
A little bit of hip music that time, having to brush off Petrutz there. Something hard and in, trying to compete for the inner part of the strike zone. Booley not afraid to come right after these Mohawk hitters.
Godier holding on to the runner at second and Bush. 1-1 from Booley. That's going to be grounded out towards first. Skrine right on the line, and he'll make the grab. Bush able to make his way to third.
That's nicely done from Jake Skrine. Looks routine maybe on camera, but a baseball that bounces immediately as it's hit has so many opportunities to get a bad hop. Jake Skrine doing a really nice job of staying down on it, coming through the baseball, tagging first base for himself for the second out.
And as a runner 90 feet away from home plate, as that'll bring up Black. Mark Black, the catcher in this one for the Mohawks. Been one of their more consistent hitters on the year, transferring to Gardner Webb in the fall. Booley delivers. It's inside for a ball.
Black, a bit of a journeyman from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Started his college career at Chipola Junior College in Pensacola, Florida, transferring to Wake Forest after, and as you mentioned, now part of Gardner Webb's program.
So 3 colleges. He's ahead 1-0, and Black going to check his swing, and it's a called ball.
Certainly a byproduct of that free COVID eligibility year. A few of my own friends turned into journeymen themselves after that. One of them, namely, went from Jacksonville over to UCF for a year. A lot of these guys doing a nice, smart thing of getting a master's in that time So you can imagine Black is probably on a track similarly.
It's a lot of 6, 7-year athletes because of that. The 2-0 from Booley, a breaking ball right down Broadway.
Absolutely. You could redshirt your freshman year without playing time, medical redshirt, COVID year, and then 4 years of eligibility after that.
It's a long college career if all that were to happen to somebody. The 2-1 on the way. That's high fly ball ranging towards the left field foul territory. Fish making a play on it. He'll make the grab. So Brian Booley able to work around the leadoff single and allow no Mohawks to touch home plate. Still a 1-1 game after 2 innings. Don't go anywhere. Third inning and more coming up from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Main Street Restaurant, voted best Mexican restaurant in the Hudson Valley, and by Senator Michelle Hinchy. She represents you. Stallions looking to follow up their 3-hit first inning and get the lead right back on the Amsterdam Mohawks. It's a 1-1 game heading to the third inning.
3 hits for the Stallions in that first inning. 2 hits, 1 in each frame for the Mohawks. Mohawks did a nice job. They had the leadoff runner get on with the double, able to just play small ball to bat him around. 1-1 score. Stallions looking to break this one wide open.
It'll be 10-1-2 coming up for the Stallions. Jelani Rogers set to lead things off. First pitch he'll see from Banks is inside for a ball. Jelani Rogers has been finding himself kind of in the bottom part of that lineup in these past couple of games. Hit 10th 2 games ago against the Albany Dutchman. Hit 7th last time. The 1-0 is high pop-up. Left side of the infield. Coker ranging forward at third base, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. Back-to-back pop-ups to the third baseman, Kyle.
So far, already 3 in this one. These guys just getting a little under the ball. Kind of a playoff atmosphere here, it feels like. Tension is high. Some of these guys may be feeling like they want to play hero ball. Maybe they're just chasing out of the zone a little bit, hoping to see some shorter swings in the latter part of the game.
First pitch coming to him from Max Codier is lined out towards the right side, and diving stop from Cade Bush, and he slides to beat Codier to the bag. Bush was able to backhand that one with his glove, and it prevented Max Codier from getting his 7th consecutive hit.
Little bit of a tough break there. Bush looked like he closed his eyes when he fielded that one. Regardless, nice play. 7th at bat. Codier couldn't get a 7th straight hit. Very unfortunate for the Stallions.
And that's what you call a lucky break, as the training crew and the manager and Griffin out to check on Cade Bush after making that play.
Looked like when he dove feet first into that first base bag, either he jammed his ankle into the bag or maybe he and Codier made contact. Very unsure. Now it looks like he's okay.
So a quick meeting as everyone's heading off to the field, and Cade Bush is able to tie his shoe. And for Hayden Banks, it's been 7 straight outs where it's tired by him. Now Evan Goforth coming up. Goforth was able to get a single his last time up. Got Codier all the way to third. He sees a pitch outside for a strike.
Goforth, 2 home runs in his last 3 games, as we mentioned. Now he's on a 2-game hit streak officially.
0-1 from Banks is going to be taken right down the middle for a strike.
3 for his last 6 as well, doing a really nice job of getting himself on base.
Banks working quickly. Here comes the 0-2, and Goforth flies that one foul out towards the right side.
Nice job of fighting that one off against Banks is Goforth. Nice short compact swing out of the Hoosier, trying to get the Stallions a 2-out base runner here.
Still down 0-2, pitch coming, that's lined out towards right field, and Miller unable to time the jump. It's a base hit for Evan Goforth. Goforth quickly 2 for 2 so far today, and it keeps the inning alive for Brandon Fish.
Great 2-out, 2-strike piece of hitting right there from Evan. Able to shorten the swing up, choke up on the bat, able to just deliver a nice line drive out to right field.
And now Brandon Fish coming up, looking to avenge his last at bat with runners at the corners. Popped up to the third baseman and Coker. Banks checking on Goforth at first from the stretch. First pitch coming to the All-Star, and Fish hits that one out towards right field, and that gets by for a base hit. Back-to-back singles as Goforth is on his way to third, and now it's going to be runners at the corners for Garrison Berkeley.
Fish, absolutely great piece of hitting right there. Saw a fastball in the inner part of the strike zone, took advantage of it, delivered a nice hard line drive base hit out of that outfield grass and right field. As you said, Logan, runners at the corners here, 2 away.
Berkeley came through his last time around, had that RBI single back in the first inning. Was able to bring home Max Codier. Now hitting once again with runners at the corners. Goforth on at third, Fish at first, still 2 outs. First pitch coming to the left fielder, and Berkeley lets that one go outside for a strike.
Berkeley in that 4 spot has a huge opportunity to do cleanup man duties here with that runner in Goforth just 90 feet away from breaking this tie.
Berkeley, a .323 hitter coming into this game. 28 RBIs. As Banks going to check on Fish, who slides back in safely. We saw Banks check a lot on Evan Goforth his last time on the base paths, but was unable to successfully pick him off. Berkeley still down to the count 0-1. Banks fires. That's inside. We were talking to some of the coaches these past couple of days, and Garrison Berkeley, he broke his bat a couple of games ago, and then he switched to a lighter bat size. First swing with his new bat, hits his first and only home run on the year against the Albany Dutchman. 1-1 on the way to Berkeley is going to be bounced in and stopped by the catcher, Black, and that'll keep both runners where they are.
Tough break right there from the Stallions. Mark Black doing a nice job of fielding that spiked fastball right in the chest protector, leaving the Stallions at the corners, keeping this one knotted up.
That ups the count to Berkeley 2-1. Berkeley looking to keep the inning going for Garrett Michelle, who stands on deck. Banks looks behind him. 2-1 on the way to Berkeley, and that's lined out towards left, and that gets into the gap for a base hit. Goforth walks on home. Fish on his way to third as Petrutz struggles to find the ball. Fish on his way home. The throw goes in, and it's going to go wide. Berkeley stops at third. It's a 2 RBI double for Garrison Berkeley, and the Stallions are back on top. It's 3-1.
How about that? Garrison Berkeley, some clutch hitting for the Stallions, able to deliver out of that cleanup hole. 2 RBIs, nicely done.
Garrison Berkeley, stay hot. The Stallions back on top. They were able to score 2 off that hit. Berkeley stands 90 feet away from home, and now Garrett Michelle coming up. Michelle struck out looking his last time up. Infield playing back on Garrett. First pitch he'll see from Banks is going to be inside for a strike. Garrison Berkeley has all 3 RBIs for your Saugerties Stallions so far today.
Short hop home from the cutoff man. Black had to try and make a hero play.
0-1 coming. Michelle going to ground that one out towards first. Bush on the grab, and he'll walk over to first himself for out number 3. Not before the Stallions picked up 2 more runs on a 2 RBI double from Garrison Berkeley, and the Stallions are up 3-1. Don't go anywhere. Bottom of the 3rd inning coming up from the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel and the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Mike Yanta, Custom Masonry and Excavation. Mirabella's Restaurant, perfect for friends and family tonight and every night. And by Montano's Shoe Store. The best athletes, we're the best from Montano's. Brian Booley once again has a lead to work with here, taking on the bottom part of the Amsterdam lineup, 10-1-2 coming up.
Seems like that new piece of wood is working wonders for Garrison Berkeley. A huge 2 RBI double, giving the Stallions that lead right back in this one. As you mentioned, Booley working now with a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the third. Hoping to see that he just comes right after these Mohawk hitters.
It's actually 9-1-2. Amsterdam has a 9-man lineup, and Giamarusti lines one foul out towards the left side.
Jumping on the first pitch of the at-bat, waiting on that fastball in the inner part of the strike zone. Giamarusti barely missing extra bases right there.
Giamarusti playing center field in this one, hitting .345 so far for the Mohawks with 17 RBIs. Does have a home run to his name. 0-1 from Booley. This will be chopped foul right in front of the catcher, Ty.
Going back to that last half inning, how did we do it, Logan? We did it with 2 outs again.
Yep.
These Stallion hitters, backs against the walls, they absolutely love battling against adversity. Big uphill team.
Booley had 0-2. He delivers. That's me bounced in front of Ty. But you mentioned that the Stallions have done their best work so far this season with 2 outs in an inning. And Berkeley, another example of that.
We're going to have to go back eventually and look and see just how many 2-out runs this team has scored, because it's got to be a ridiculous number at this point.
Going to be a lot of work, but well worth it. 1-2 from Booley. That break ball swung on and missed for strike 3. A hard swing from Giamarusti, but he comes up empty. Second strikeout for Brian Booley.
How about that for an off speed right there? Great job, Mr. Brian Booley, to get the first out of the inning.
And now Gage Miller coming up for at-bat number 2. He led off the first inning with that double and came around to scores last time up.
Highest batting average in this Amsterdam lineup, dangerous right-handed hitter.
First pitch he'll see from Booley is going to be a breaking ball right down the middle. And that last out, the first time that a leadoff hitter has not gotten a hit for the Mohawks. Both their 2 hits have been on leadoff hits. Booley fires the 0-1. That's to be swung on and missed for a strike 2 and a pitch low in the zone.
So something soft and away for the first pitch, hard and in for the second pitch. Booley doing a really nice job. He and Ty are on the same page right now.
Booley ahead again, 0-2. He fires. That's to be grounded foul out towards third. Right into the empty Stallion bullpen.
Booley still has his work cut out for him. Again, Gage Miller north of 400 on the year. Very difficult out to get for anybody this season.
It's a .411 hitter with a staggering 7 home runs. The 0-2 coming to him. That's hit hard out towards left field, and if that one was a few inches right, that would have been number 8.
Wow, that was a long strike right there. Lucky for the Stallions, that one hooked way foul.
It had more than enough power to go over the green monster out and left. Booley still had 0-2. He delivers. That's to be bounced in front of Ty and find the backstop.
Looked like another fastball there. Trying to work low in the strike zone. Definitely keeping things away from the hands of Miller. He appears to be very much an inside, turn-on-it kind of guy.
Booley still ahead in the count. The 1-2 coming. That's bounced in as well, and that gets by Ty.
Lucky for the Stallions that Miller didn't offer it that one. That one took a mean hop off Ty's right shoulder and bounced way away towards that Stallion dugout.
Would have been a free ride to first base with Gage Miller's speed. Miller hitting .600 on the year against Brian Booley. Count now even at 2. Booley delivers. That's going to be hit out towards left field, but foul. That'll get out of play.
Miller doing a really nice job of protecting the strike zone right now. In 124 at-bats, only 17 strikeouts to his name. Very impressive stuff. 13 doubles as well. Again, difficult bat to get out.
This pitch coming up to the 8th pitch in this at-bat. Here it comes. And Miller flies that one out towards shallow center as Goforth races back for it, and he'll make the grab in very shallow outfield grass. So the long at bat is won by Brian Booley.
Nicely done right there. Wins the second match in the contest against Miller tonight, getting a towering pop-up in the infield. Evan Goforth had all day and night to field that one. Nicely done.
Now Cameron Love coming up, referred to as that dude by the PA announcer, but that dude is 0 for 1 so far. He grounded out to the pitcher.
Low bar to become that dude here in Amsterdam.
First pitch coming to the dude is going to be taken outside. Cameron Love coming from Rutgers University, hitting .272 so far this year. The 1-0, and that dude able to get that one out towards center, and there's his single. So maybe living up to his name a little bit there.
Not much on that swing. His rear end was all the way thrown out in that one. It would just throw the barrel head out at it at the fastball. Able to get a soft line drive base hit up the middle with 2 outs.
And that keeps the inning going for Brett Coker. Coker 0 for 1 so far. He grounded out to the shortstop, Max Codier, which also brought in a run. Now hitting once again with a runner on, this time at first with 2 away. Booley checks on the runner at first. First pitch coming to Coker is hit out towards left field, and that gets by for a base hit. So Amsterdam, as Berkeley's going to lose the ball, and that allows Love to advance another base. So now there's runners at the corners, and Amsterdam working some 2-out magic of their own.
Tough break right there for the Stallions. Back-to-back singles with 2 outs. Berkeley having a tough time of fielding that one cleanly, so now runners at the corners.
That'll be ruled an error on Garrison Berkeley on the bobble. And now Zach Gardner coming up. Gardner struck out to end that first inning. Now with a chance to make up for it. Stallions still holding a 3-1 lead. First pitch coming to Gardner's taken outside. Gardner, a .341 hitter so far, 35 RBIs. Amsterdam getting their 4th hit off that Coker single. 1-0 coming. That swung on a miss on the inside.
Great off speed right there from Booley below the hands of Gardner. Nicely done.
Love able to move up to third on the error. Coker on to first. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the third. The 1-1. That's it out towards center field. Hit deep. That'll send Bertrand back on the track, and he'll make the jumping grab for out number 3. So Booley able to work out of a 2-out jam with runners at the corners, and the Stallions still hold a 3-1 lead. Don't go anywhere. More to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. New pitcher coming on for the Amsterdam Mohawks, as that'll be all she wrote for Hayden Banks, and Luis Misla coming up for Amsterdam from Hudson Valley Community College.
2-0 pitcher on the year, 13 games pitched. This will be number 14, riding a 2.7 ERA, 23 and a third innings pitched. He's got 47 strikeouts, but 22 walks to his name, so averaging about a walk per inning, something to keep in mind.
There is also action in the Stallion bullpen, but Jake Strine coming up. First pitch from Misla is going to be low. Jake Colcourt has been warming up the past inning for the Stallions, as Brian Booley could be done very soon. Jake Strine ahead in the count 1-0. Misla delivers. Breaking ball inside for a strike. Strine flew out to right field his last time up to end the first inning. It's 0 for 1.
That average dipping just below 300 after that first at-bat.
1-1 to Strine. That's low in dirt.
Doing a nice job of seeing some pitches out of Misla right here. Knows that the guy on the mound does throw a lot of pitches, likes to walk guys as well.
2-1 coming from the lefty, and Strine swings and misses for strike 2.
Dropped his back shoulder there, tried to give that one a ride, just barely missed the fastball there. If he did connect on that one, it would have definitely put a dent in our bus over there in left field.
Strine looking to make contact on the ball for the first time this at-bat. The 2-2 is swung on and missed for a strike 3 and a pitch in the dirt, and one batter, one strikeout for the Amsterdam reliever.
You can see exactly why a guy like Misla gets as many swing and misses as he does. Not a big frame out of the left-hander, but does a really nice job of locating his pitches low in the strike zone, both the fastball and the slider as well.
Now Easton Bertrand coming up for the Stallions. First pitch he'll see from Misla is a breaking ball, which gets in the inside part of the zone for a strike.
Defensively, Bertrand made a nice play on that hard-hit line drive into center field from Gardner just a few minutes ago.
Kept the Stallions ahead. The 0-1 as he swung on and missed on the pitch outside. Bertrand well ahead of that one.
Misla loves commanding the lower part of the strike zone, going again with something off the plate and away there to the center fielder in Bertrand.
Stallions trying to avoid back-to-back strikeouts against the new reliever. 0-2 coming. And Bertrand swings and misses on a pitch in the dirt for strike 3. So 2 swinging strikeouts to open up the 4th inning for the Stallion offense. Now JP Ty comes up. Ty, he grounded out to shortstop his last time up. First pitch coming to the righty catcher, and he checked. It'll be outside for a ball.
Ty, a fantastic addition to the Stallion team defensively and even offensively.
1-0 coming to him, a breaking ball that gets to the middle part of the zone.
211 hitter, finding his groove more and more as the days come, but does a great job of getting on base throughout the year.
Count even. Here's the 1-1, and Ty going to ground that one out towards shortstop. Love ranging right, throw on to first, and that's going to be high, and it's going to be dropped. And JP Ty able to get in safely, and that could potentially set up some more of that 2-out magic from the Stallions.
Nicely done there. Ty almost getting robbed of another hit from the shortstop and Cameron Love. Going to have to see where it is. Roll the hit officially. So a tough play for the shortstop and Love to make. Great job hustling down the first baseline, forcing a quick throw from the shortstop.
It will be ruled an infield single, so Ty able to get his first hit of the day, and that brings up Kip Fugers. First pitch to him is inside for a strike. That was a breaking ball there from Misla. Fugers struck out looking to end a 1-2-3 second inning. 0-1 coming to Kip as he swung on and missed for a strike 2. That caught the inside on the riser.
Something loud and over that right field wall would silence this Amsterdam crowd immediately. Hoping to see that he chokes up, puts something in play with 2 outs and 2 strikes.
Kip's done that before. 0-2 to him. That's going to get in the dirt, and that'll get by Black. Ty able to get into second, standing up. There's a runner in scoring position for Kip Fugers.
Nice job of holding up the swing. Fugers thought about it. Misla does a really good job of disguising these pitches, hides it behind his body for a long time, takes a while for these hitters to be able to pick it up. Again, great job from Fugers of holding up the swing there.
So Ty now on at second, not being holed particularly much by the Amsterdam middle infield. Ty not getting a big lead as Misla steps off. Future still down in the count 1-2. Miesla fires. Breaking ball well high.
Good take right there from Kip. Not swinging anything above the hands there with 2 strikes. Doesn't need to do too much. Not a lot of speed out of the catcher and JP Ty on second, but with 2 outs, he'll be moving on contact. Could get a run.
Future's a 245 hitter. 2-2 on the way. That gets in the dirt as well, but right in front of Black.
Black doing a nice job back there. Miesla spiking the fastball. Not the first time that Black has been called upon to keep something in front. Nicely done to keep Ty over there at second base.
And Futures now work the count full against Miesla, who is a 500 hitter against. Ty will be on the move on this pitch. Full count pitch coming, and that swung on a miss for strike 3 on the breaking ball that caught the inside. And that ends the top of the 4th inning for the Saugerties Stallions. 3 strikeouts that inning for Luis Miesla. Stallions still up 3-1 on the Amsterdam Mohawks. Don't go anywhere. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. It's the first Dallas Hot Wieners call to the bullpen of the day. Dallas Hot Wieners bringing the sauce out of the bullpen as Brian Booley's day comes to an end after 3 innings pitched, and now in comes the new Blinn College prospect in Jake Colkhorst.
Colkhorst 1-2 on the year with a 9.70 ERA. This will be his 10th appearance on the year, 21 1/3 innings, 20 strikeouts, 35 walks to his credit. But those 35 walks, they came in bunches at the earlier part of the year. Against Oneonta back on July 9th, he had 10 of those. We've seen a lot of improvement out of the righty, who, as you mentioned a second ago, now committed to Blinn College in Brenham, Texas, his hometown.
And Colkhorst's last appearance came against these Amsterdam Mohawks. Here in Amsterdam, went 3 innings, allowed 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, and a strikeout. Very consistent outing for Jake Colkhorst, and he'll be facing 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. First will be Cade Bush. Bush had a leadoff single his last time up in the second. First pitch coming from Colkhorst to be lined out towards right field. That goes high, but Jelani Rogers not having to move much, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Stallions reliever.
Nicely done from Colkhorst getting that out. Tip of the cap to Brian Booley. Those 3 innings pitched, allowed 4 hits, 1 unearned run, 2 strikeouts. Got the Stallions in a great position here heading now into this 4th inning.
Briggs Rudder making his way up for the Mohawks. He grounded out to Brandon Fish his last time up at third. Second pitch of the day coming from Jake Colkhorst. He swung on a miss for strike 1. Rudder well ahead of that fastball.
A lot of confidence right now from the righty out of Texas, filling up the strike zone early.
The former TCU product ahead early 0-1. Cold course delivers. Breaking ball inside for a strike. Just catches the zone. Cold course quickly ahead 0-2 on Briggs Rudder. 2-0 coming to the DH. It's going to be a broken bat and grounded foul out towards right. A loud foul ball.
Loud foul ball. He's got about 4% of that bat left in his hand. Just the handle remaining. The entirety of that piece of lumber going all the way out to the third base side of Brandon Fish, just short of him. Luckily, nobody's hurt after that one.
Brandon Fish fielded something, but it wasn't a ball.
Last time out, too, Rudder with that choppy ground ball that Fish had to make a really nice play on, if you remember, back in that second inning.
Cold course still ahead 0-2. Gets the sign from Ty. 0-2 on the way. It's be bounced in.
Just tried to get a little bit too much on that fastball, spiking it in the dirt. Again, ahead, way in the count, 0-2. Not a bad waste pitch right there from Cold Course.
Rudder, 285 hitter. 1-2 coming to him as he bounced in and outside.
Breaking pitch, you could see what he was trying to set up for there, trying to find the outer part of the zone. Just got a little bit too much baseball there.
Rudder's working back on the count. It's even at 2. Cold course sets and fires. That's going to be checked, but well outside and a call ball. And Cold course was ahead 0-2, but the count has now been worked full by Rudder. Cold course looking to stay alive. Here's the full count pitch, and that's low for ball 4.
Tough turn of events right there from Jake Colkhorst. Hats off to Rudder. He did get himself a good at-bat, pieced it together one pitch at a time, worked his way all the way into that full count, getting the Mohawks a runner on with 1 out.
That's the first walk allowed by any Stallion pitcher. Now Ian Petrutz making his way up. Petrutz grounded out to Jake Skrine at first base his last go-around. Hitting with a runner on first and 1 away. First pitch to the lefty is going to get by Ty. And Rudder on his way to second. He'll make it there standing.
Tough break right there. The wild pitch eliminates the double play now for the Stallions. Colkhorst has his work cut out for him with the power hitting Petrutz out of Maryland at the dish.
Stallion infield was in double play depth. Now it's shaded right with Max Codier right on that second base bag and Brandon Fish, the lone infielder on the left side. Cold course down to the count 1-0. Checks the runner. Pitch on the way from Jake is to be hit out towards center field. Bertrand racing in for it. Still coming in, he'll make the grab. It's a quick out.
Rudder didn't even bother tagging up on that one. Great pitch right there from Colkhorst, forcing Petrutz to elevate the swing and chase something up and out of the zone to get a towering pop-up for the second out.
Petrutz's bat actually broke on that one. He was carrying a piece of it off. So second broken bat in this inning alone for the Amsterdam Mohawks. Now Mark Black coming up. Black popped up his last time up. He popped out to Fish to end the second inning. Still a runner in scoring position with 2 away in the top of the 4th, or bottom of the 4th rather. First pitch on the way to the catchers into the outside, and that'll have Ty diving out to his right.
Black been doing a pretty good job defensively tonight. Been kept quiet out of that 8-hole offensively, but doing some good things behind the plate. Nothing, obviously, of course, in comparison to Mr. JP Ty for your Stallions, doing an even better job, I might say. Some may say.
Ty's done great work on both sides of the ball since making his way to the Stallions. Pitch on the way from Cold Course, going to go outside as well.
Colkhorst appears to try to be doing a little bit too much with the fastball. You can see the way that it's kind of coming out of his hand. It's forcing a little bit too much. All he needs to do is focus on location here and trust his defense. The Stallion defense is stellar, and they make plays for their guys on the mound day in and day out.
This is Colcourt's fourth outing against Amsterdam. Has 3 losses against the Mohawks. 2-0 from Colcourt. They find the inside for a strike. Much needed strike thrown by Jay Colcourt.
Great pitch right there with 2-0 count in on the hands of Black. If he swung at that, that probably would have been the third broken bat victim of the inning.
Goforth holding on to the runner. In runner at second. Here's the 2-1 from Colcourt. That's a check called strike as Black couldn't hold up his swing.
Good breaking ball right there from Colcourt. Black had no idea what he wanted to do with that one. You saw that half swing right there. Didn't matter. It was a great pitch. Found the strike zone.
Deuce is wild here in Amsterdam. 2-2 count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Colcourt looks back, fires the pitch. That's well outside.
Another 3-2 count that Colcourt is facing here in this half inning. Black gonna imagine that he's sitting dead fastball here. Colcourt's gonna want to fill the strike zone up and challenge the catcher.
This is the Stallions' last home game of the regular season, and depending on the seeding, they could have one to open up the postseason. Count now full as Rudder gonna be on the move in this pitch. Pitch on the way from Colcourt. It's a check swing, but a called ball on the outside. Second walk allowed this inning from Jay Colcourt, and it keeps the inning alive for Nick Giammarusti.
2 walks in the inning for Colcourt. Not what you want to see, but he does have 2 outs in the inning. He's going to want to come right after this 9-hole hitter in Giammarusti.
Giammarusti was the final of 2 strikeout victims for Brian Booley his last time up. Sitting with runners on first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Colcourt checking on the runner at first. First pitch coming to the 9-hitter. Breaking ball right down the middle on the outside.
It's a great off speed right there from Colcourt. Finding the strike zone, every bit of it too. Nicely done.
Colcourt looking to keep the Stallions on top. They hold a 3-1 lead on the Mohawks, looking for their first win against Amsterdam since their championship victory last season. The 0-1 coming. Inside, Ty fires back to first, and the tag is going to be late.
That one just barely late on Black at first base. Good communication there between JP Ty and Jake Skrine, trying to get a free out for their pitcher in Colcourt. Tough break. That was very close.
Count even at 1. Colcourt has a 9.70 ERA in 21 and a third innings pitch heading into today. Fires the 1-1, and that's to be popped up left side of the infield. Fish ranging towards the third base bag, and he'll make the grab in foul territory. So it's a scoreless first inning of relief for Jake Colcourt, and the Stallions still up 3-1 after 4. Don't go anywhere. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Peak Trading. Need to lift it up or tie it down? Peak Trading has the supplies. and by Pretorius and Conrad, Civil and Environmental Engineering and Land Surveying. We're in the 5th inning here in Amsterdam, New York. Stallions holding on to a 3-1 lead. Luis Misla coming back out for his second inning of relief, and it's a very successful first inning for him. 3 strikeouts in 4 batters faced.
And hats off to Mr. Jake Colcourse in his first inning of relief work. Had those 2 walks that got himself into trouble, able to work out of the jam, keeping this one a 2-run, 3-1 Stallion lead. Again, great job from Jay Colcourse.
It'll be 10-1-2 coming up for the Saugerties Stallions lineup. Jelani Rogers set to lead things off in the 5th. Leading off been a normal thing for Rogers that he hasn't gotten the chance to do a lot lately, hitting lower in the lineup. First pitch coming to Jelani's to be fouled right back to the backstop.
Jelani in that 10 hole is more of a second one-hitter with as much pop and speed that he has. Stallions hoping that they can get a runner on base for Max Codier at some point.
He's down to the count 0-1. Misla delivers. Rogers pops that one up left side of the infield. Coker ranging forward to third. He'll make the grab. It's the second time in this game where there have been back-to-back pop-ups to the third baseman and both going to the opposite guys. Also, second time Jelani's popped up to third base in this one. Max Codier coming up. Codier 1 for 2 today. Could have easily been 2 for 2 had it not been for a backhanded stop by Cade Bush.
Was a really nice play over there at first base. Got a pretty big hop to make the play.
First pitch coming to the lefty. Codier's outside for a ball. Codier, a .459 hitter headed coming into this game. A 5-hit performance against the Albany Dutchman. A big proponent for that. Misla delivers. Well inside.
.459. Codier has this will be his 40th at-bat on the year. So that .459 is certainly not as realistic as it could be, but
2-0 to Codier. That catches the zone for a strike. Codier taking all the way.
But it's certainly nothing that you shouldn't bat an eye at. He's doing a fantastic job for the Stallions, especially in that leadoff role and in the middle infield.
There's action in the Amsterdam bullpen. 2-1 to Codier. That's going to go well high on the breaking ball. Amsterdam already on their second pitcher in this one. Looking to get on the right foot heading into the playoffs. 3-1 to Codier is going to go low for ball 4. So Codier able to reach base for the second time today. And now Evan Goforth comes up. You take a look at this Amsterdam team. After their tie against the Stallions, they've lost 2 of their last 3 games with big losses yesterday against Albany and a big one from the Stallions' perspective against Mohawk Valley.
Certainly bringing them back down to earth was that 6-6 tie.
First pitch to Evan Goforth, high and inside for a ball.
Breaking ball again, starting off these at-bats from Misla. A lot of junk pitches out of the lefty.
1-0 to Goforth, well high and outside for ball 2, and Blackson to have a talk with his reliever.
Going back to what you're talking about with Amsterdam, kind of came crashing down to earth. They got very lucky in that 6-6 tie with that abysmal call of Speaker rounding the bases. However, going into playoffs, we've mentioned the biggest advantage that you have is home field advantage. And while baseball, it's the biggest advantage you can get, it's not much of one with single elimination.
Now visit over. Misla fires the pitch. That's going to go low in the dirt. Black able to stop that one.
And when it's single elimination like that, it really does come down to who's hot when. So has Amsterdam peaked too early? We'll have to wait and see.
It's a 3-0 count to Goforth. Here's the pitch. It's going to be taken inside for a strike. The scoreboard does say 2-2, but it's a 3-1 count. Goforth 2 for 2 already with 2 singles. Came around to score in the third. 3-1 as he swung on and missed for strike number 2.
So after that Stallion tie,
3-2 is going to be popped up left side of the infield. That was a full count pitch, and the umpire got in the way of that one, and that drops in fair territory. The throw over to second will be in time, and You have to wonder what the ruling's going to be there as Miller ran into the base umpire.
So the natural rule is that the umpires are part of the field of play. So if a baseball hits an umpire, it's a live ball. If a runner runs into an umpire, it's a live ball as well, no matter what. Tough break, almost turned into a big break for the Stallions as Cameron Love was able to field that one and throw it to second.
That first pitch to Brandon Fish is going to be well outside, but very weird fielder's choice that Evan Goforth was able to reach on. Max Codier got out on his way to second. Nothing Codier could do about that.
Nothing at all.
1-0 to Fish. It's going to be lined out towards left. That's hit far. Patrut's racing back for it, and that goes off the wall. Goforth going to third, and he'll be held up there. Fish on his way to second. The throw will not go there. It's a double for Brandon Fish, and there's now 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs.
That is a great piece of hitting right there from Mr. Fish, delivering on that fastball outside, hitting an opposite field line drive off the wall, slicing away from the left fielder in Patrutz. Now the Stallions do have runners in scoring position with 2 away.
And now it'll be a mound visit for the Amsterdam Mohawks. The infield coming in, pitching coach coming in as well. We'll see if this will be all for Luis Misla, the hottest hitter in the Stallion lineup today, and Garrison Berkeley awaiting on deck. And Misla will stay in, but Berkeley going to step up. He has all 3 Stallion RBIs so far in this game.
So to kind of go back a few moments ago, 2 things that we have never in our lives seen before, okay? At least for me personally. A guy getting called out at first base on a home run. B, an infielder running into a field umpire. So just absolute mayhem here in Amsterdam at all times. Anything goes.
It's always chaos when you come to Amsterdam, New York, and Garrison Berkeley heading up to face Misla. Berkeley a single and a double so far today, has 3 runs driven in. First pitch coming to the righty, and Garrison's going to be taken high for a strike. And Berkeley's season high in runs batted in is at 6. That was back on the 4th of July against the Albany Dutchman, and one swing of the bat could tie that. Misla checks back. The 0-1 is going to be in the inside for a strike. There's a breaking ball for Misla.
Yeah, it looked like a slider creeped off the outer part of the zone and fell into the strike zone. Now Berkeley down in the count 0-2.
Berkeley down in the count 0-2, looking to stay alive on Misla. He fires, and Berkeley tries to get out of the way of that one while holding up his swing at the same time, and he does so successfully. 1-2 count. Stallions with a chance to blow things open early. They're ahead 3-1, but one swing could add on 2, maybe 3. 1-2 on the way, and Berkeley looks at it, but it's a called strike 3. That one was able to get back in there on the breaking ball from Misla, and there's 2 runners stranded for the Stallion offense. We're through 4.5 here at Kansas Field. Stallions holding on to a 3-1 lead. Don't go anywhere. More action coming up from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Rip Van Winkle Country Club, bringing your swing to the Rip. And by Saugerties Athletic Association, where having fun is what matters. The Stallions offense been having a lot of fun so far today. 8 hits and 3 runs. Jake Colcourse back out, looking to keep it that way.
A lot of fun indeed. Unfortunate end to what could have been another big inning. Stallions leaving some runners on base here in this one. Are they going to come to regret not being able to bring any of those home? We'll have to wait and see.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Amsterdam Mohawks, Gage Miller coming up. He's 1 for 2 so far today. Had that double back in the first. First pitch he'll see from Colkhorst, almost hits him, but it gets well inside.
Miller, a big at-bat here. The Mohawks can get another leadoff man in on the base pass.
Colkhorst delivers. That's inside, and that time it gets him. So Gage Miller able to get on to first. 2 inside pitches from Jake Colkhorst. And there's a runner on now for Cameron Love.
Tough break right there from Colkhorst. Now the Mohawks threatening with that leadoff man reaching first base safely. Nobody out. Speedster as well in Gage Miller. He has several stolen bases on the year. Almost 20 actually in 14.
Love 1 for 2 so far today. Had a single back in the third. Colkhorst from the stretch. First pitch coming. Love going to go inside for a ball. Ty popped up, was looking to throw over to first, but Scrime wasn't ready for it.
Smart decision there. Miller didn't get too aggressive of a secondary lead.
There is action in the Stallion bullpen. That's Richie Simprick warming up. 1-0 from Colkhorst. Inside as well. Colkhorst has thrown 4 pitches so far in this 5th inning. All of them have gone well inside. Colkhorst looking for the strike zone on Cameron Love. It's a 272 hitter so far this year. A 500 hitter on Jay Colkhorst. 2-0 coming. That one high and inside.
5 straight balls now from Colkhorst. He's going to need to find the strike zone early in this one. With Richie Simprick out in the bullpen, looks like he's trying to work quickly to get himself loose and ready to go.
Simprick's made 2 appearances as a Stallion so far this season. 3-0 on the way. That's inside. This time finds the strike zone.
Good job right there, finding the zone there from Colkhorst. And we mentioned it a lot, but this Stallion defense is so stellar. If I'm Jay Colkhorst, I'm throwing that fastball knee high again, just try to get a ground ball.
Colkhorst still down to the count. Here's the 3-1 from him. That's inside for ball 4. Colkhorst allowed 4 base runners now since coming into the game. None of them have been on hits. And now out comes Colin Martin right on cue.
Colkhorst, not the inning that he'd like to exit on, just an inning plus pitch. Those 2 walks are going to challenge those numbers and make them look a little bit worse than they were. Did have a good inning last inning, even though he struggled with a couple runners on.
And Jay Colkhorst comes out. Richie Simprick will be coming in. Find out more about him after the break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Saugerties Stallions Baseball from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. It's another Dallas Hot Wieners call to the bullpen. Dallas Hot Wieners bringing the sauce out of the bullpen, and Jake Holcourt's day is done. And in to try and get him out of the jam is the new Seton Hall commit in Richie Simprick.
That's right, Logan. How did we know it was Richie out in the bullpen from all the way over here? It's because he stands at a staggering 6'7". 0-0 on the year. This is third appearance out of the bullpen. 2.25 ERA in 4 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks to his name, and 2 hits.
This will be his second appearance against the Amsterdam Mohawks, and his second appearance in the last 2 games for the Stallions. Simprick is a big part of last year's championship team, joined the team a couple weeks ago to help lead the team to back-to-back titles. And he'll face 3, 4, and 5 in the Amsterdam lineup. Brett Coker, the first to greet him.
Certainly has his work cut out for him as well, with being the inherited runners at first and second via the walks from Jake Holcourse.
Coker 1 for 2 so far today, has a single back in the third. Simprick working with 2 runners on and nobody out. First pitch from Rich Easme, lined out towards left field. That one's going to send Berkeley back, and that goes off the wall. Miller's around third. He's on his way home. Love going to be held up at third. It's an RBI double from Brett Coker, and the Stallion lead is cut in half.
Coker looks like a guy who has faced Richie Simprick before, and it appears that this Mohawk team is just sitting dead red fastball inside all night. That's 3 different loud hits from Amsterdam that we've seen first pitch of the at-bat as well.
That run going to be credited to Jake Holcourse. He's still responsible for the runner on third as Zach Gardner comes up. Gardner 0 for 2 so far today. He struck out and flied out. Simprick checking the runner on at second. First pitch to the lefty Gardner's be grounded out towards second. Goforth on the hop. Throw on to first will be in time. But another run comes to cross, and this game is tied.
Stallions going with the infield back there, electing to trade a run with an out. Nice play there from Goforth, but now this game is tied up again at 3 apiece.
And now here comes Cade Bush. The go-ahead run now sits on at third. Stallions have had the lead twice in this game, once at 1-0 and then once at 3-1 when Simprick first came in. This is now tied. First pitch to Bush, going to be grounded out towards the middle of the infield. Goforth on the high hop, throw on to first, will be in time, but the Mohawks are in the lead on another RBI ground out.
Only way to beat the infield in with the ground ball is a chopper right up the middle, just like that. Goforth doing a really nice job of fielding it on the backhand and firing it over first base for the second out, but now Amsterdam with their first lead up.
It's been 3 runs on 3 pitches, the first 3 thrown by the Stallion reliever Richie Simprick. Now there's no one on for Briggs Rudder. Simprick now not from the stretch, gets a swing and miss from Rudder as a ball finally not put in play on Richie. Rudder so far 0 for 1, grounded out back in the second and reached on a walk his last time up. The 0-1 going to go well outside. Amsterdam has their first lead of the day. They're up 4-3 on the Stallions. 1-1 from Simprick. Swung on to miss some pitch in the inside. Simprick one strike away from getting out of this 5th inning. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Simprick gets Rudder chasing on a pitch outside, and that's how the 5th inning comes to an end, but not before the Amsterdam Mohawks able to take the lead for the first time today. They're up 4-3 on the Saugerties Stallions. Don't go anywhere. 6th inning and more coming up from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. New pitcher coming on for the Amsterdam Mohawks as Luis Misla's day comes to a close. Arlen Butts coming in. He was a member of Rentley Community College, now recently transferred to Arkansas State, looking to keep the lead for the Amsterdam Mohawks.
Hats off to Luis Misla, played a pretty big role for these Mohawks, keeping this one a close game. And as you said, now Marlon Butts entering into this one. Butts a 3.13 ERA. This is going to be his 9th appearance of the year. 23 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts to his credit.
He's about ready to go. First pitch coming to Garrett Michelle as he looked at right down the middle for a strike. And Luis Misla didn't allow a run through 2 innings pitched. Got out of a jam in his last inning. 0-1 on the way. Michelle going to let that one go by him, but that one well inside. Michelle 0 for 2 so far today. Struck out looking in the first and grounded out to the first baseman in the third. The 1-1 outside for a ball.
Michelle currently riding that 7-game hitting streak. He's got 8 multi-hit games on the year. Coming in this one, a 3.14 average.
2-1 coming to Garrett. It's being lined foul out towards the netting. And during that 7-game hitting streak, Michelle, 6 RBIs in his last 3 games, including 2 his last time out against the Albany Dutchman. Count even at 2. Butts delivers well outside. Stallions with 8 hits compared to the Amsterdam Mohawks 5. Yet as the Stallions trying to come back in this one. Full count pitch. Michelle going to line that one right down the middle of the infield, and that avoids Butts and gets into center field for a single.
A loud single at that as well. 8-game hitting streak for Garrett Michelle gets the Stallions a leadoff base runner here.
You mentioned an 8-game hitting streak now for Garrett Michelle, dating all the way back to that July 14th Oneonta game. And now Jake Skrine coming up. Skrine also 0 for 2 so far today, has a fly out and a strikeout. Hitting with a runner on first and nobody away. First pitch from Butts to be lined in the same spot. Double play attempt. Love steps on first. Throw on to first will be in time. So it's a 1-pitch double play for the Amsterdam Mohawks. Now there's quickly 2 away. Now Easton Bertrand looking to keep the inning going.
That was a tough break for Skrine. He hit that one really hard, just right at the shortstop in Love.
First pitch coming to the righty, and Bertrand going to let that one go inside for a strike. Bertrand 0 for 2 so far, the fly out and a strikeout.
6-game hitting streak for the Stallion center fielder as well.
0-1 on the way, and Bertrand swings and misses on a pitch in the dirt. Stallions look like they had something going with Michelle's leadoff single, but he's quickly wiped off the board. 0-2 on the way. Bertrand swings and misses for strike 3. And despite a leadoff single, that's a very quick first inning relief for Arlen Butts. We're through 5.5 here in Amsterdam. Stallions still down 4-3. Don't go anywhere. More action to come. The Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Sawyer Savings. Local banking is banking made easier. And by Stella Artois. Driving ice cold Stella at the Stallions watering trout. Richie Simprick back out for his second full inning of work after trying to work around the jam that Jake Colcourse created in his last inning.
Simprick now getting a clean slate to work off of. It's only a one-run ball game here, facing the bottom of this Amsterdam lineup. Simprick got his work cut out for him, but a competitor on the mound.
Infield shaded right for Ian Petrutz. He swings and misses on a pitch in the dirt for strike one.
0 for 2 so far is Petrutz, but he does have a lot of pop. And with that very short porch in right field, you got to make sure you don't throw anything into that swing path.
0-1 coming to Ian. He swings and misses at a similar pitch. Codier on the right side of that second base bag, so it's a full shift for the Stallion defense.
Brandon Fish playing shortstop for the first time on the season.
0-2 from Simprick. That's to be chopped out towards second. Goforth with the one-handed grab. Throw on to first will be in time for out number one. It's a close play from Goforth, but he's able to make that one happen.
Nicely done there from Evan. Had to come crashing in on that one with Petrutz losing his lower half and just throwing his bat barrel out of that one. Nicely done.
Now Mark Black making his way to the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far today with a walk. Infield going back to their regular alignment.
Getting back to where they once belonged.
Getting right back to where we started from. It's a very popular song. And that pitch is going to hit it's going to hit him. That hit him on the helmet area. It was a loud thud on the pitch from Simprick, and Black on his way to first base.
Catcher in Black, he's a tough guy, immediately brushing that one off. Very scary moment right there for a second. Good thing these guys wear the protective headgear that they do.
At first it sounded like it might have hit his bat, but he was immediately on his way to first. And that'll be the number 9 hitter, Nick Giamarusti. Nick's 0 for 2 so far today with a strikeout and a pop-up.
Not the worst thing to put the catcher on first base with one out, though.
First pitch from Simprick's going to get well outside. Ty thinks about a throw to first, but Skrine wasn't at the bag just yet.
Black not nearly off the bag far enough. Ty hoping to get him napping with the ball in the dirt. A little bit too aggressive, but Black not doing too much over there.
Simprick behind in the count 1-0 with a runner on first. He delivers. Has to be chopped at and foul. That almost gets over the netting. Giamarusi, a .345 hitter so far this season with 17 RBIs. Playing center field in this one. 1-1 from Simprick. As he lined out towards center field, Bertrand racing in. He dives and he misses it. And Black is going to go on to first. On first look, it looked like Bertrand was able to make the grab, but he came up just short.
Just short, trapped it in front of himself. Outstanding effort regardless from the center fielder and Bertrand.
Now Gage Miller back up for his 4th at-bat. He's already reached base twice and came around to score both times. He's 1 for 3 with a double, and he was hit by a pitch. Now runners on at first and second with 1 out. Simprick still working from the stretch. First pitch come to the leadoff man as we grounded out towards third. Fish going to step on third for 1. The throw on to first is in time for the double play. Perfectly executed double play by the third baseman and Brandon Fish, and there's a reason why he's an all-star.
That was a beautiful play right there. Right when he touched the ball, fielded it, immediately stepped on third and fired over to first base across the diamond to get the Stallions out of the trouble right there. Nicely done.
And it's a scoreless inning for Richie Simprick as we're through 6 here in Amsterdam. Mohawks still up 4-3. Don't go anywhere. More to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Steyer's, celebrating over 50 years of keeping you on the road. And by the facility, promoting physical fitness and athleticism in a fun and safe environment. Arlen Butts back out for a second inning of work, facing the bottom of the Saugerties Stallions lineup, starting out with JP Ty. Ty's 1 for 2 so far today with a single. First pitch he'll see from Butts is going to be well outside. There is action in the Saugerties Stallions bullpen. The birthday boy and Braxy Vigil warming up. The 1-0 may be taken outside for a strike. Count even at 1 on JP Ty. Butts delivers. Ty swings and misses. It was a foul tip, actually. Still is the same result.
Off-speed pitch right there. Ty just getting under that one, getting a piece of it. Now down in a 1-2 count.
Butts fires the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Ty coming into this game a .222 hitter with 7 RBIs. Count even on JP. Here's the pitch, and Ty going to line that one out towards left center field. Patrut's racing for it. He'll make the grab. Hard hit ball from JP Ty, but it results in an out.
Just barely missing extra base hits right there is the catcher for the Stallions.
Off the swing of the bat, it looked like it would have dropped for extra base hits, but now instead there's one out with Kip Futures up. Futures had a rough day at the plate so far, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch he'll see from Butts is going to be a line foul out towards the right side. Kip had a hot stretch prior to his July 22nd game against Albany. The 0-1's going to go inside, almost get him.
Butts almost clipping the hip of Futures right there. Would have been a big runner on and one away. 4-3 score. Stallions need any base runner they can get.
Count even on Kip. Here's the pitch from Butts well inside. And Futures did have a 4-game hitting streak before his last start against the Dutchman at Kansine Field. Still got on base, so he does have a 5-game on base streak. 2-1 on the way. Low in the dirt.
Breaking pitch right there from Butts, trying to get a big swing and miss out of Futures. Elects to stop working that inner part of the plate and try to go outside, now and skipping all the way to the backstop.
Vigil well ahead in the count, 3-1. Butts looking to get back in the count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Ranging out towards shallow right field. Bush racing in for it, and he'll make the grab in the shallow outfield grass. There's no one on for Jelani Rogers.
With 2 outs in the inning, Stallions do their best work with that many away in an inning, hoping to see something from the bottom of the order here.
Rogers has popped up to third in both at-bats today. First pitch to him is going to be inside for a strike. And as it starts to get more into nighttime here, it's pretty much pitch black right in the grandstands where we're sitting. Hard to see anything. 0-1 to Rogers, swung on a miss for strike 2.
Hardly able to see my scorebook at this point out here at Keenholtz.
Rogers in a 2-strike hole. Here's a pitch from Butts. It's going to be a check swing, and it'll be a called ball.
Did I say Keenholtz? I'm sorry, Shuttleworth. Amsterdam Park here. Richards Electric, better lights, I will say.
Yep.
Out of Cantine, hats off to them. Hats off to the grounds crew out of Cantine. They do a fantastic job day in and day out. Those guys work harder than anybody I know.
Rogers still down. Here's a pitch from Butts. Swung on and missed for strike 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Arlen Butts. And the Stallions unable to get anyone on. Amsterdam back up to bat. It's still a 4-3 Mohawks lead. Don't go anywhere. Stretch time here at Amsterdam. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. It's another Dallas Hot Wieners call to the bullpen, and birthday boy Praxi Vigil coming in for the Stallions, looking to keep it a one-run game.
Welcome back to the Stallions, Mr. Vigil. Feels like an eternity anytime that he comes back onto the mound. Dude is an absolute ultra competitor out of Weber International. Plays for head coach Colin Martin down in Florida, near my neck of the woods out in Orlando. Really excited to see him take over for Richie Simprick here tonight.
In case anyone forgot that Kyle McMullen is a Florida boy, there is your daily reminder right there.
It's usually the weather that brings me back to that, but not right now.
Praxi Vigil made his last appearance back on July 22nd against the Albany Dutchman. Went one inning, allowed one hit, and had a strikeout in that one. And we've had some good birthday performances for the Saugerties Stallions. Jelani Rogers in Watertown, Evan Goforth, the Canton Field was player of the game for his birthday, and maybe Praxi Vigil can keep that going.
2-1 record on the year. This is 13th appearance for the Stallions. 3.69 ERA in 24 and a third innings pitched. Old reliable is Mr. Praxi Vigil. We typically only get to see him for 1 to 2 innings, maybe more. We've only seen him go north of 2 twice. That was 2 and a third against Boonville and 3 full innings against Amsterdam back on July 3rd in that 5-1 loss at Canton.
Vigil makes magic happen. Now looking to just keep this deficit at 1. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 coming up for the Amsterdam lineup. Cameron Love, the first man to face Vigil. Love just 1 for 2 so far with a single and a ground out. Was hit by pitches last time up by Cole Korst. First pitch from Vigil is going to be just outside. There is some action in that Amsterdam bullpen. Vigil currently down 1-0. He fires. That's to be grounded out towards Scrine at first, and he'll flip it on to Vigil, who is just able to beat Love for out number 1, and that dude is just 1 for 3.
Nicely done right there. Praxi coming in, getting a quick ground out. 1-run ball game. Everything matters right now. It feels like playoff atmosphere here at Shuttleworth tonight.
Playoffs starting at the end of this week, and Amsterdam giving their home fans a taste of what a home playoff game would be like. The Stallions looking to host one of those as well. Be Brett Coker now coming up. First pitch he'll see from Vigil is going to be just low in the dirt. Coker is 2 for 3 so far. Had a double as the first batter to face Richie Simprick. The 1-0. This will be a high fly ball, foul territory on the right side. Scrine racing for it, and he'll make the grab for the second out.
Couple of quick outs right there, both on the right side of the infield. Mr. Jake Scrine getting his work done right there. 2 away, Praxi doing a nice job on the birthday.
And now here comes the cleanup hitter and Zach Gardner. Gardner 0 for 3. The strikeout, fly out, and a ground out. That ground out brought in a run for the Mohawks. First pitch, he'll see Gardner sets up to bunt, and he does, over to the left side. Fish on the grab, and he's able to make the throw for out number 3. Brandon Fish was right there and was ready to make a play for the Stallion defense, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the birthday boy, Praxi Vigil.
Fish doing a nice job, back-to-back innings on some great plays to end them. 1-run ball game. This thing is exciting. You don't want to go anywhere.
Brandon Fish's glove has been on point so far today. Stallions still looking for a run offensively. They have 6 outs to get that done. Sweet Caroline playing, and we'll take a quick break from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. We'll be right back. New pitcher coming on for the Amsterdam Mohawks is Nolan Lemire. Going to be subbing in here for Amsterdam. Their fourth pitcher they've used so far today. He'll be facing the top of the lineup.
Lemire and excavation are a couple of difficult words for you,
Yeah.
Logan?
Struggled a little bit on that one. Lemire going to be facing Codier first. First pitch to him must be a breaking ball right down the middle.
Three-quarter arm slot out of the 6'3", 230-pound right-handed senior from Clark College.
Lefty on lefty matchup. 0-1 to Codier is going to go in the dirt. More action taking place in the Stallion bullpen. That looks like TJ Lopez getting some action. Another Weber guy. Keon even on the Stallions leadoff hitter. Pitch from Lemire. Outside.
This is his 15th appearance on the year for the Mohawks. He's got a 1-0 record, 1.12 ERA, and 16 innings pitched.
2-1 from him. Cody going to let that one go well inside. Almost hits him.
Cody doing a really nice job here, getting himself in a good hitter's count, 3-1 to lead it off in this 8th inning.
Cody 1 for 2 today. He's gotten on base twice with a single and a walk. 3-1 to him. Lets that one go all the way, but it's right down the middle on the breaking ball from Nolan Lemire.
Lemire out of that three-quarter arm slot looks like he's throwing a frisbee up there. That pitch has a decent amount of movement breaking in towards the hands of the left-hand hitting Codier.
Full count pitch coming. And Cody able to get a piece of that one. He fouls it back. And Goforth with the golf swing to get that one right back to the Amsterdam bench. Goforth on deck. Count remains full on the Stallions leadoff hitter. Lemire fires. And Codier chops at that one out towards shallow left. Petrutz racing in, but that drops in for a base hit. Gets the second single today for Max Codier, and there's the leadoff hit the Stallions were looking for.
Great piece of two-strike hitting right there from the Stallion middle infielder. Able to slice that one down the left field line. A soft line drive to get the Stallions a man on first base and nobody out.
It's the 10th hit for the Stallions today. Brings up Evan Goforth. Goforth able to reach in a wild way his last time up. First pitch coming to him. He's blowing on a miss for strike one. And Goforth popped one up on the right side of the infield, but Miller, the second baseman, ran into the second base umpire, allowed that ball to drop. It's the third of 3 times Goforth has reached base today. 0-1 from Lemire. Goforth hits that one hard out towards right center field. Gardner racing back, and he'll make the grab. Cody has to retreat back to first. He was halfway towards second.
Some very, very solid, loud contact out of the second baseman in Goforth. Thought with the short porch here at Shuttleworth that one might have had a chance, but the dense air here tonight in Amsterdam held that one up.
Now Brandon Fish making his way up. Fish 2 for 3 so far today with a single and a double. They'll check on Cody at first, but nothing doing. We've seen significantly less home runs hit by the Stallions here in Amsterdam compared to in Albany. First pitch coming to Fish, that breaking ball right down the middle. And Goforth had one of those home runs against Albany a couple days ago.
Feels like the ball just travels better in Albany when the Stallions travel down there.
0-1 on the way to Fish. He swings and misses on a pitch in the dirt. Stallions looking for their first runs since back in the third, where they scored 2 runs on that 2-out hit from Garrison Berkeley.
Lemire in 16 innings does have 19 strikeouts. I don't think we've seen a single fastball out of him. Doesn't feel like it so far.
He's ahead on Fish, 0-2. He delivers. That one's lined out towards center field. Giammarusti taking a few steps back, and he'll make the grab. Say back-to-back hard hits out. Back-to-back hard hit outs by the Stallion offense. Now Garrison Berkeley looking for some more 2-out magic.
You said it, Logan. A couple of hard hits right there, flying out right at the outfielders here at Amsterdam. The Stallions looking to try and go more gap to gap as this one inches its way towards the finish line here at Amsterdam.
Garrison Berkeley 2 for 3 so far with a single and a double, as Lemire going to check on Cody, who slides back in. Berkeley with all 3 of the Stallions' RBIs. Struck out looking his last time up.
Questionable call on that last strikeout as well.
He'll check again on Codier. Slides back in safely.
Lemire looked like he was trying to catch Codier in between steps on the leadoff, but was barely even off the bag at that point.
And that call came when there was runners on. First pitch coming to Berkeley is going to be taken outside for a strike.
There's a fastball from Lemire that we've now officially feels like we've seen. Not much harder than probably 83 to 86 out of the 6'3" right-hander.
Oh, 1 on the way to Berkeley. It's chopped out towards the middle of the infield, and Miller just misses that one. It gets through for a base hit. Garrison Berkeley now 3 for 4 so far today. This one, no RBIs attached to it, but it does keep the inning alive for Garrett Michelle.
Another hard-hit baseball from the Stallions. That's 3 in a row, only one of them turning into a hit right there, as well as, of course, Codier's hard-hit base hit. So 4 really well-hit balls from the Stallions in this half of the inning.
Now Garrett Michelle making his way up, but looks like there will be a mound visit between the pitching coach and Nolan Lemire. Not a lot of action in the Amsterdam bullpen, so looks like Lemire will be staying in.
Doesn't look like really any over there. The guys are kind of just hanging out in both bullpens right now. But we've got our stud in Praxi Vigil on the bump right now, so there's no need for Stallions to even be near that bullpen.
TJ Lopez has been throwing for the Stallions, and he's still standing on the pitcher's mound. As the mound visit, including the entire Amsterdam infield and their catcher, Mark Black, but the home plate umpire coming to break that one up.
A little bit different approach to that mound visit that I've seen. I know a couple of times I've seen the Stallions having home plate umpires walk up to the mound as the pitching coach is heading out there himself, forcing a quick meeting, whereas here at Amsterdam, the guys had about it all day, it looked like, with the home plate umpire taking all of the time in the world before he decided to start walking out there.
We'll see if that long mound visit is going to help Lemire here against Michelle. Max Codier on at second, Garrison Berkeley at first, still 2 outs. First pitch to the lefty is going to be lined out towards left field. Petrut's racing back, and that's going to go off the wall. Max Codier going to score. Berkeley right behind him. He's on his way home. The throw goes in there. It's going to be bounced. The throw is going to be in time. It's a double for Garrett Michelle, which scores 1, but not 2. But that still does the job and ties the game at 4.
Understandable there, the aggression out of the third base coach and Adam Cray. A strong throw from the left fielder in Petrutz, able to nab Berkeley at home. Regardless, Garrett Michelle coming up very clutch, tying this thing up at 4.
So it's a brand new ball game here in Amsterdam, New York. And a new pitcher coming on. We'll talk more about him in just a second. You're listening to Saugerties Stallions baseball from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. It's another Dallas Hot Wieners call to the bullpen for the Saugerties Stallions as another Weber product coming up in TJ Lopez.
Trading Weber for Weber, right as I talk about how we don't need anybody in the bullpen. Vigil exits, enter TJ Lopez, 1-2 on the year, 6.30 ERA. This will be his 10th appearance. Not a single start yet, 20 innings pitched.
First pitch, he'll throw to Cade Bush, is going to find the dirt. And Lopez, his last appearance was made 6 days ago in Game 2 of the Boonville doubleheader. Through 2 innings, had 1 hit and a strikeout. The 1-0 from Lopez, gonna be well outside.
So in 20 innings pitched, Lopez has 20 strikeouts to his name and only 8 walks. Something good to see out of the Weber International righty.
It's been a reliable arm for the Stallions. 2-0 on the way, gonna go inside. It's the bottom of the 8th inning here at Amsterdam. Stallions able to tie this one back up at 4. Looking to keep it at a tie game heading into the 9th inning. 3-0 on the way from Lopez. Taking all the way, but it's a called strike on the inside. Last time these two teams played here at Amsterdam, it was a 10-inning tie. The second tie that the Stallions have had all season, the first for Amsterdam. 3-1, inside for ball 4. To lead off base runner for the Amsterdam Mohawks.
Just the 9th walk that Lopez has given up on the year. Take a look now at the longest outing he's gone on the year was 4 innings against Glens Falls in that 10-0 win. He did get the win. He had 4 hits in the game, only 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and no runs in the contest.
And there'll be a pinch runner for Cade Bush. Number 19, Jacob Hand coming in to pinch run.
Hand has played a few times against the Stallions. The biggest moments in his outings against the Stallions was way back in June, the first time the Stallions came here. He had 2 home runs over that short porch in right field, and he is taking over as a pinch runner now.
There's the runner on first with nobody out for Briggs Rudder. Middle infield is in double play depth with Codier and Goforth. First pitch on the way to Briggs is going to be outside for a ball.
Hand 8 stolen bases to his name in 20 hits. So a little bit of speed from the pinch runner. Got to wonder if head coach Griff is going to send him.
He's got a moderate lead off that first base bag. The 1-0 is going to be taken inside for a ball. Skrine holding on to Hand tight.
Third base coach does have the stopwatch out for the Mohawks, certainly trying to time up Lopez's delivery home.
Hand getting a bigger lead. Lopez still down 2-0. Here's the pitch. That's taken for a strike right down the middle.
Good pitch right there at the knees from TJ Lopez, able to get himself back into the count.
Rudder's 0 for 2 so far today. Struck out swinging his last time up. Here's 2-1 to the DH. Hand on the run. The throw coming up from Ty. Tag from Codier, and he's safe. It was in time, but Hand able to slide around the tag.
Tough break right there. Good throw, good tag. Hand did a nice job of getting around both of them.
On first glance, it looked like Codier was able to successfully get him, but the throw from Ty just wide right. Now there's a runner in scoring position, still nobody out for the Mohawks. Rudder still down 2-2. No one really holding on to Hand out at second. 2-2 from Lopez. That's swung on and missed for strike 3. Rudder swinging at a pitch in the dirt, and that's a big first out for TJ Lopez.
Huge breaking ball right there from TJ Lopez, getting a big first out right there, swinging strikeout. Nicely done.
Now Ian Petrutz, the lefty, coming up for Amsterdam. Petrutz 0 for 3 so far today. Only 1 ball he's hit has left the infield. Infield shaded right. Codier on the right side of the second base bag, holding on to Hand at second. First pitch to Petrutz is going to be taken outside for a strike.
Nice pitch on the outer black right there from TJ. Fastball finding its way in the strike zone, bottom part of it as well.
Last time up, Petrutz did hit into the shift, a ground ball right to Evan Goforth.
I don't blame the Stallions for going right back to the shift at all either after that outcome.
Lopez ahead 0-1. Checks hand at second. 0-1 on the way. That's to be chopped out towards Fish away from the shift. The throw goes over, and it will be in time. The throw back to first is going to go wide. So Hand able to advance on to third as Fish tried his best to hold it, but the throw did hit Hand. And now training staff coming out to check on him.
Looks like it caught a whole lot of Jacob Hand. Nobody except for the pitcher and TJ Lopez could cover third base over there as the ground ball to Fish threw him way off the bag.
And it looks like it will be a quick visit as Hand is okay, but it looks like it'll be called an infield single out at first as Skrine didn't hold on to the first base bag enough.
It looks like neither umpire might have called him out at first, so they're having a discussion. I believe Patruch should be called out. It looked like Skrine kept his foot on the bag, but it didn't look like either umpire signaled if he was out or not, and there you go.
And they will call him out. So there was a controversy at first base the last time these two teams played, and avoiding another first base controversy on that one, as that call gonna provide some boos from the home crowd, but that was the right call. And now there's still a runner on third for the Mohawks, and Mark Black coming up. Black 0 for 1. He was walked and was hit by a pitch his last two at-bats. First pitch, Hilsey from Lopez. Going to go low and by tie. Hand able to score as there won't even be a throw. And Amsterdam able to retake the lead. It's 5-4 on the wild pitch.
Tough break right there from the Stallions, doing everything they can to preserve this dead knot tie. Wild pitch right there gives a free one to Amsterdam. Now Stallions down again, 5-4 here.
Lopez was just 1 out away from getting out of the inning, but instead a wild pitch gives Amsterdam back the lead. 1-0 now from Lopez. Going to be chopped out towards shortstop. Codier ranging in. The throw on to first will be in time, but not before the Mohawks are able to retake the lead. They're up 5-4. It's last licks time coming up for the Stallion offense, looking to get just 1 run to keep this one tied. A new reliever comes on for Amsterdam, but more action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Top of the 9th, it's crunch time for the Saugerties Stallions. They need 1 run to keep this one going. Logan Barandis, Kyle McMullen been on the call for you today. There's a defensive change we need to look at for the Amsterdam Mohawks. Jacob Hand going to be the new DH, and Briggs Rudder going to slot in at first base. Nolan Lemire will be staying in the game to pitch for Amsterdam. Be pitching to 6, 7, and 8 in the Stallions lineup, starting with Jake Skrine. First pitch to him is going to go low.
Skrine looks like he's going to be taken all the way there.
Skrine would represent the tying run, the 1-0. It's going to be lined out towards center field, and that's going to go back, still going back, and that's going to be caught. That one kept going back. It kept carrying, but Skrine unable to get that one in play, and there's 1 away.
It's a loud first out in the top of the ninth right there. Jake Scrine barely missing that one.
The GM Marusti kept chasing that one. Was able to make the grab, and now in will come Easton Bertrand. He's had a rough day at the plate. First pitch he sees me chopped out towards the left side, and Coker on the grab, throw on to first is just gonna get him. Bang, bang play at first base, and the Stallions are down to their final out. JP Ty was the hero in extra innings the last time these two teams met. Now looking to keep this game going for the Stallions.
Hoping to see a hero in JP Ty.
First pitch to Ty is me chopped at and fouled over the netting, and that goes wide right of us. That chopped just over the netting and hit the backstop behind where we're sitting.
Lucky for us as it's dark as can be back here.
The 0-1, gonna catch the zone for a strike two. The Stallions are down to their final strike.
JP Ty gonna need to shorten it up and put something in play as the Amsterdam faithful are getting on their feet.
0-2 from Lemire. It's gonna be hit out towards center field. GM Marusti coming back, and he'll make the grab. And the Amsterdam Mohawks able to come away with a home victory. They beat the Stallions 5-4 and remain undefeated against the Stallions during the regular season.
This one feels just as much of a robbery as the time before with Mason Speaker getting called out on the home run. This one very back and forth throughout the contest. Some good hitting, some timely stuff from your Stallion team. Just unfortunate way to lose that one in the bottom of the eighth, the way that it kind of came about.
The Stallions had their chances to win this one here in Amsterdam. They were up multiple times throughout the game, but an eighth inning wild pitch thrown by TJ Lopez proved to be the dagger for the Stallions, as that was the go-ahead run, and that would eventually serve to be the winning run.
And now with the Stallions losing that one, more than likely losing that 2 seed as of right now. Again, we're going to have to just wait and see. Keep your eyes on the standings throughout the rest of the week. We'll have to find out. The regular season will conclude on Thursday for your Stallions. Day off on Friday, postseason starting on Saturday.
The Stallions will have that day off tomorrow, and they'll have a doubleheader against the Glens Falls Dragons. They have 3 games left, the Stallions do. All 3 are at Cantine Field.
3 very crucial games. Gonna definitely need to take care of business against the struggling Glens Falls Dragons and put away the Albany Dutchmen, who refuse to go anywhere as they continue to battle and compete for that 4th spot in the East Division.
That's going to be all for the last road game of the regular season for the Saugerties Stallions. For our social media man and John Drager, my broadcast partner Kyle McMullen, I'm Logan Barandis. Thank you for listening to this game, the Stallion broadcast from Amsterdam, New York, and have a great rest of your night.